All right. Hi, Crackbook Land. I meant Facebook Land. That's what I meant, Facebook Land. Okay, you guys. Tonight I'm going to tell you about pregnancy and infant loss awareness. I want to talk about baby loss in the Black African American community. And I'm also going to tell you what a STILL certificate is tonight. And while I'm letting more people log on, I'm going to take this opportunity to tell you guys about my charity. My charity is named after my daughter. It's the Ashley Janae Child Loss Charity. And I'm going to tell you a few of the things that we do at my charity. I should have this memorized, okay? I'll just go ahead and tell you. And later on, you can look it up. And I don't want to keep you guys for a long time. So some of the things we do is we give baby books to NICU babies. And we have also done it for babies that have passed away so that the parents can have a baby book for them. We also donate copies of this book, Healing Your Heart After Stillbirth, 100 Practical Ideas. I know I talk about this book a lot because it's one of my favorite books, and we donate it to another charity. And what they do is they send it as their Sisterhood of the Traveling Book. They send it to different families. And by the time this book passes around, it can touch 100 families. And that's why I love to donate copies of this book. It runs about $12 plus shipping and handling. It's $23 if you ever want to buy a book to give to me so I can send to the charity. That would be really greatly appreciated. There's different books for different types, but this book can be used for any type of baby loss. I've definitely benefited from the practices and ideas in this book to help me grieve. And I'm a firm believer that grief has to move. You have to move the grief. If you don't move the grief, you will stay stuck. Listen at me. You will stay stuck in the grief, okay? And so we don't want to do that. And that book will help you with activities that you can do. And I'm even going to start with my charity. We're going to do one activity probably once a month. I'm going to give you guys an assignment. And we're going to do that assignment, and then we're going to share it with each other. I'll try to have a closed group, or we can do it on my charity page and, do it that way. But I'll come up with what we're going to do with that. So, you guys, I'm still talking about the things that my charity does. We also give baskets and gift packages to grieving moms, and we usually do it on just a holiday. We'll pick a grieving mom and give her a gift basket. But this year, for Pregnancy Infant Loss Awareness 2020, we managed to give out 10 count 'em, boxes for grieving moms, and we shipped all around the United States of America. Okay, we did that, and I'm very proud of my charity for doing that. I'm very proud of the women who paid for the shipping and handling for those boxes to go out. And I filled those boxes full of goodies, full of Bath and Body Works, just to remind the grieving moms that take a little time for yourself and that someone is thinking about you. And we're going to do that again in November for Thanksgiving. So I'm just going to dive right into what I feel like is going on in the African American community. I feel like we are being underserved. As a matter of fact, it's not a feeling, it is a fact. African American women are more likely to suffer from child loss. African American babies are more likely to pass away. the infant mortality rate is higher for African Americans. That is a fact. But what concerns me most is that my African American sisters are not getting the help that they need to process the grief of losing a baby. In our community, we've kept this topic of the loss of a baby hush hush. We don't talk about it, don't say anything about it, and by doing that, we are missing the way to get help for each other. We're missing the opportunity to come together as African American women and grieve together and teach each other, talk to each other. Don't be ashamed. Find a safe place, a safe friend to talk to, or go get help. I want you guys to really think about going to get help. There's different places to get help, and there's different things that you can do. And what started me on my journey was that I felt like I could not find any help when I needed it dealing with child loss. I just feel like I didn't fit in a lot of places, and the response I was getting in my community, I just didn't like it. So I decided to do something. I decided to step in and start my own charity. Now, I'm no doctor, I'm no counselor, I'm just like some of you. I'm just a grieving mother who saw a need in my community. Another need that I see is that we do not go on retreats. And that is like one of the top of my list of things to do with my charity. I want to take my African American sisters on a retreat. Other people, they're going on retreats, they're doing all of these things, and we're not doing that. And I offer help to anybody. I want everybody to come to my charity, but I do specialize, and I want to pay extra attention to the African American grieving mom's experience, because her experience is a little different. It's harder for her to find help, and I've said it earlier that our community thinks the subject of child loss is taboo. Like I said, it's kept very quiet. Shh, hush, don't talk about it. Just that's in the past. And no, we need to talk about it. We need a safe place where we can talk about it. We also need to look at the moms who have suffered the loss many, many years ago. Like me, my loss was many, many years ago. I find that those of us with a loss that and a wound that old, we need some of the most help. We need the most help because it's been a wound that's been there. It's been there and it hasn't been dealt with. And if you don't deal with your grief process of losing your baby, it can come back in ways like drug abuse, alcohol abuse. It could stunt you. It could be, you could be traumatized from it and just be stuck. So that's why we do need the help. There's just so many other things I want to tell you about, but there is a charity that I really do like that I want to recommend to you. It's called Infant Loss and the Family of Color. And now the lady that runs this, I call her my grief sister. Oh my gosh, you guys, she is amazing. Her name is Nika Hall. And this support group is for anyone who identifies with a person of color affinity who has experienced a loss of an infant from conception through 2 years old. I really like her charity because she welcomes everybody there, and I will usually, grieving moms that I know, I will send them to her charity. Now, Nika is a very amazing woman. I'm telling you, she's a doula. She just does it all, okay? And I really think it's important for us to have some charities that she specializes with everybody, but she does have some special things for the infant, the family of color, the African American family. And I really like that about her. There's things that I never new. And it's just nice to have a charity with the African American community in mind. And the truth is, there's not a lot of charities for child loss for African American women to go to get support. Yes, they're there, but there's not a lot. And I know for sure they are not going on retreats, okay? I want to take you guys on retreats, okay? I want to be on the sand at the beach with a bonfire. We can write our babies' names in the sand. There's just so many things we could do on a retreat. Also, one thing I did, because I'm thinking like a bonfire on the beach would be perfect. One thing I had to do was write down the things that were bothering me, the things with my grief that were bothering me, and the things I felt guilty about with the loss of my daughter. And then I was to burn those things. And that really was a good therapy for me. So I do kind of see like us around a bonfire, writing down these things and burning them. I just feel safer that way. I don't know. You know, I did burn it at home, but I would feel safer at the beach with a bonfire, okay? Also, Nika has Quality United in Loss Together Awareness. Now, I'm going to put her name in the comment section, so you guys can check her out. There's another charity by Shamika Wilson. I hope I'm saying her name right. And hers is Your Baby, My Baby. And I've seen her travel around the United States, putting headstones on babies' graves, helping families, bury their angel babies, lay them to rest. And I've seen her, just all her works, I just find are amazing. I just, I've seen it. I've seen the work that these ladies do, and I think that it's important. I just cannot stress it enough that it's important that we do find places that we can go in the African American community where we feel like we fit in, like we feel like we're understood, and that we feel like we're heard. Thank you for watching part 1 of the Pink and Blue Roundtable Talk Facebook Live.